What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. So, it's now officially fall. It's September 22nd. My first show was on March 22nd, so while I'm off of the dailies, this is my 6-month anniversary, which is hard to believe, but I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can for all you beautiful people. So, given that it's fall, I figured it's a good time to go back to the crock pot and do a stew. So what I'm doing is a southern stew. It's called Brunswick Stew. I've seen this on Food Network. It is big in Virginia and it's big in Georgia. So the one I've seen from Virginia, they use chicken, and the one from Georgia, they use some kind of pork or beef. I've even heard some stories, way back when, like possum and squirrel and stuff like that. So I'm not doing that, but I'm going to do both chicken thighs and pork tenderloin. So I got the pork tenderloin cut in a couple pieces here, and I got 3 thighs right here. So it's a big stew. It's a pound of chicken and a pound of pork. So you could do it at like a high temperature on your crock pot for about 3 to 4 hours, or you could do slow and low for about 6 to 8. Because I got more work to do, I'm going to do it at the low and slow 6 to 8 hours. So to start it, like the original bona fide way is to put the meat on the smoker first and then put it into the stew pot. Since I don't have that, I'm going to do a quick sear on the skillet for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to throw everything in here. So I'm going to put this on, get it started, and then I'll tell you what else we're going to be doing. So this portion's optional, but I think to add a little bit of crust is something you really can't get from the crock pot. So, I mean, if you're going to allocate multiple hours, I think that extra 5 is well worth it. So, to start, I got 1 chopped up white onion. You could do bell peppers. I'm doing some jalapenos just for a little bit of spice. So just get the bottom of your crock pot lined with some oil. So I'm going to put that on just to get it going. And then I'm going to wait for the meat to go on before I finish it off. So give me a minute or so. We'll be back. Alright, so we're back. And we're ready to start building the stew. So right now, just got it lined with the peppers and onions and a little bit of oil in there. So just start stacking the meat on the bottom. This is enough meat where you can fit it all on one layer, so that'll help as far as everything getting cooked evenly. So we'll just put that down. And now we'll start building. So for this amount of meat, which is 2 pounds altogether, you need about 2 cups of chicken broth. We're going to do about 28 ounces of diced tomatoes, and you don't drain them, you put all the liquid in there. Just let it all go in. As a thickener, maybe about 3 ounces of tomato paste. Just get that in there, about 2 big scoops. We have maybe a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. So not too much. If you've got it, you could do kind of like a Worcestershire or even a little bit of barbecue sauce, which is what I've got. Put a little in there. You want some kind of veggies, so what I've got is about 3 cups of white corn. I've seen this with lima beans, which I didn't opt for, but the corn is good too. Never hurts to put in some hot sauce. Gonna put that in there. We're gonna give this a pretty good stir. And as is customary, salt and pepper. And maybe a hint of liquid smoke to get that smoke effect that is traditionally done. So kind of like my other crock pots, keep an eye on it. It should be fine. You want to make sure it doesn't get too thick. You can always add a little bit of water or more broth or more stock. And if you like it thicker, towards the end, my trick, you can take the lid off of the crock pot for maybe the last 30 to 60 minutes. You could add some cornstarch slurry, something like that. It's all good. You can just get it to the consistency that you like. That's it. So I'll be back later tonight to show you the finished product. Be good. Welcome back. It is around 6:15, so I'm just about at that 6-hour range for the stew. So just kept it on low while I was at the office. You can see everything's breaking down pretty well. At this point, because I like mine a little bit thicker, you know, it's a stew, not a soup. So that last hour or so, I like to take the lid off of the crock pot and, you know, leave it uncovered. The other thing, if you want to do a little bit more to thicken it, this would be the time to do like cornstarch slurry, or I'm going to do like I did with my beef stew a while back. That trick my Aunt Weezy taught me. If you don't have that, just do some flour and put it in a little bit of water so you don't get those big clumps of flour and you keep the consistency of the stew. So I'm going to do that now and give it a good little stir. And again, you can see that meat's getting shredded real good, so this will be, when it's all said and done, this is a good dish for, I believe this is the first official night of fall. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Alright, so we're back, this is all done. So quick aside, when you have some kind of soup or stew, I always like to have some bread, so I got my my tried and true, my bread from Sarcone's. So if you let this go all day, that meat's really going to break down. So what you basically got is like pulled pork and pulled chicken in a stew. So it's kind of like a barbecue stew, which makes it southern and makes it good. So there it is right there. Really easy. You can do it any kind of weeknight, weekend. The hardest part is getting that sear on it, and that's not hard. Then you just let it go all day, and the crock pot does the work for you. So nice little meal for the first night of fall. Brunswick stew with some It's southern, but I got to get that Italian angle in there somewhere. So I got the Sarcone's bread. Everybody be good? 6 months, hard to believe. So we'll probably be doing more crock pot as the weather continues to get cooler. Good night, good week. See you soon. Peace.